Right, what I'm going to do, so I've got my mountains now, I've put my colours in with my palette knife. So there's a video watching me do that. I'm like that with my palette knife, putting them colours in. What I'm going to do now, I want these mountains now to sit back in the distance. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mist out this bottom bit. Now there's two ways to do this. You can either get some water, dab your water on, like that. Just dab water on, it'll fade the colour back, and then dab a bit with a cloth until it mists back as far as you want. But because that means keep wetting paper, on this cartridge paper, it's only thin paper. It's cheap and it's a good one to practice on, but it's very thin. So if you're on cartridge paper, it's brilliant because it's cheap, and a lot of watercolour paper artists actually prefer cartridge paper. It's good paper. But if you're on cartridge paper, I'd do it how I'm going to do it. I'm going to get some white gouache on my brush and I'm going to mist it in with the gouache. But like I say, if you're on proper watercolour paper, you can use Chinese white or white gouache, whatever you call it. It's up to you. On proper watercolour paper, I think just water like that, dab your water off, and that'll mist it exactly. Whatever way you do it, you'll get exactly the same effect. But because I'm on this thin paper and I don't want to wear my paper out, I'm going to do mine with some white gouache, whatever people calls it. See that? You can use your finger. That's quite strong. You can use your finger. And you can come in different places. A lot on my brush there. I suppose this back here is going to be the most faded, probably. All the way around, all the way through it, and just misting it back into distance there. So these far away bits will probably be misted more than these closer upper bits. So we're just misting in. I've not even re-dipped my brush. I'm just going to let my paint get thinner and thinner as I use it. And that'll hopefully work for me. Esmeralda's upset with me again. I took her out last night. I thought I'll take her out, treat her, cheer her up, she'll enjoy it. Well, all I managed to do was just keep upsetting her. Everything I did upset her more and more. So I'm trying to cheer her up, but just seemed to manage to upset her. I kept forgetting things basically. So the first thing I forgot was my wallet again. It's like not the first time I've done that. So that didn't go down very well. A bit of finger painting. Second thing, I decided I'll take her to the local snooker club, play a game of snooker. I thought I'll show off my snooker skills, she'll be well impressed. But I forgot that she's colourblind, so I'm not sure she enjoyed that. So that didn't go down very well. That done her head in. Then after that, I took her to the theatre to watch Joseph in his amazing brown coat. Right, what I've done here, look, I've just swapped brushes. This one's just a dry brush, nothing on it, just to soften in. You can do that if you want, and swap brushes. So you pop some paint on, wrap it on where you want it. Tell you a good idea for doing this is if you hold your brush far back and sit back so you can see what you're doing. I'm going to do that now. I'm going to sit right back and be able to see what I'm doing better. So I've got my brush far back, right at back at handle, and then I can sit right back and I can see what I can already see. I need a bit more down here. I can see what I'm doing better. Just get that softening with that one. Come back in. Down. I'll tell you what, around there. And I can see what I'm doing. This lower bit needs a bit more, or quite a lot more. And I can see what I'm doing because I'm so far back. There we are. That looks good. This this bottom bit don't need so much softening out looking at it. There we are. I can see this bit up here needs a lot. This bit here needs a lot more, I think. There we are. Yeah, come out to Joseph and his amazing brown coat, and then I took her to the shop and bought her a Rubik's Cube. I didn't really do that. I made that up. No, I made that up. I didn't really do that. Even I'm not that sort of thing doofus had done. There were no shops up and it was quite late by that time. Yeah. There we are, look. I think I need a bit more squirting out. Let me squirt a bit more out. Got this little tube here, look. Squirt it out, squirt a little blob out. That's better. Oh, look, I've got it all over my hands. I'll just wipe it on my tea towel. There we are. Yeah, I think I need a bit more on my brush. That's better. There, try that. Oh, that's good. And I can mist out these background bits, look. Them far away bits are going to be more misty. Then I'm going to swap brushes. Another dab. And basically you get the drift. Yeah, you can just watch me do this, but this is basically it. And you can do what you want. It's like, no, I'm thinking I'm going to have a little bit more, but you might think, oh no, that's enough. Depends how far back you want it. The more you mist it, the more farther back it's going to look. But obviously you don't want to go too mental with it and totally mist the whole thing so it totally disappears. You don't want to be doing that. See, I think this wants to be quite misty back here. Get in here, look. Borrow a bit from there. Bring it over there. It's what's called opaque, this one, but it still is, I think, a little bit transparent. It's more opaque than Chinese white, this is. I'd probably use this instead of Chinese white. So that bit there is quite far back. But you can see, although it's supposedly opaque, you can still see them colours just underneath the mist. And that's, I think, is quite good. If you're dabbing it out with water, so you'd be doing this with your water and then doing this with your thing to dab it out. You can still do a bit of that. If you think you've got too much mist on, mist a bit off for that if you want. But yeah, if you do it with water, it'll work exactly the same. But I just think on this cartridge paper, if you get too much water on it, it tends to just damage your paper after a bit. So I decided to use the gouache. And one day, when I can afford proper watercolour paper, I'll do it with water in it. Well, it's looking nice. You can even do a bit of that if you want. I like to just do that. There we are. It's looking good. A few more dabs in there. Nearly done. And it's like I say, it's just to your own discretion. However much you want. If you want loads of mist, put loads in. If you want a little bit, put a little bit in. See, I'm doing that swirly thing now. That seems to be working quite good. And this is just a dry brush, this one. Bit of swirly brush with this one. Fat bit there. I don't want that bit. It's too much on that bit there. Try and wash a bit off there. Off with that. There we are. Sit right back. Like I say, I'm sat back, holding back of my brush so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm just thinking that we're nearly there. I think just a tiny bit more. It's a good technique. This. It's it's one of them what's enjoyable to do. I think a bit more down bottom of there. Just wheel it round with this brush. So I sit back, this brush, wheel it round with this brush. Oh, that's good. That's not a bad way actually, because I'm going it on that bottom corner, so then I've got the paints on there, I've got that bit to soften in at the top of the brush. It's not working bad for me. I suppose I could go with my contours a bit and do a bit of that. And contours up. I suppose if you want to move your paint about a bit more, you could always add a bit of water into it. I might do that in a minute. Tiny bit of water and just move it around a bit. But I think I'm getting there now. Get more of this white in bottom here, I think. Oh, that's looking good. See, so you just enjoy it. It's mint. Just sat there doing this, loving it. A bit more in there. Look at that. See how it's moving backwards? All this mist, it's taking it backwards. See, Doofus keeps telling me I'm backwards. Doofus, my stepbrother. Not sure what he means by that. What does it mean I walk backwards or something? I don't know. There we are. You know what, I think that's about done. Hey, I've got a joke about colour. You know, I've been on about colour blindness. I've got a joke about colour. Right. Oh, you'll love this. Right. What colour is the wind? Blue. Get it? Blue. Blue, the colour, blue as in blue, like the wind blew. Did you get it? See on beach, in it.